If you're using Xero, probably the greatest accounting software of all time, and you're manually inputting bills, then you are wasting a lot of time. So I've recorded a 4-minute video which takes you step by step through how to dramatically decrease the amount of time you spend on bill input while increasing your accuracy. And when you couple that together with another video I've recorded, you can basically automate the whole process. You can go from a bill being received from a supplier to a draft bill being created in Xero without touching anything. And it only takes 10 minutes to set up. Basically, manual bill input in Xero is a phenomenal waste of time. And I would argue it's probably a criminal waste of life. So here's how you dramatically reduce the amount of time it takes to input bills into Xero. So if you start by going to your Xero account, then you'll want to go to the business section in the taskbar and open that, and then click on bills to pay. And what we're looking for is in the top right hand corner under automate bill entry. So just click on that option. And what it does there is it comes up with an email address. And this is the email address for your Xero account. So we want to copy that email address. Now what that means we can do is we can forward emails from our business emails directly into Xero, and Xero will automatically create a draft bill if there's an attached PDF. So just to show you how that works, if we go to the business emails here, and here's one I sent to myself earlier, and more options, and we're just going to forward it like we would any normal email. And so the recipient is going to be that address that we just copied, our Xero email address. So we just paste that in there and click send. And now what you'd want to do is you'd want to save that email address as a contact. Perhaps as Xero bills, just so instead of having to copy and paste from Xero each time, you can automatically and very quickly just find that address. So if we go back now to Xero, what should happen is we should find very shortly that in drafts, a new bill will be created. Come on, Xero. You can do it. Let's refresh the page. There we are. Fantastic. So this is what Xero has created for us. Now, one of the brilliant things that Xero does is it puts the PDF invoice next to the screen that we're working on for the bill entry so that we can check the details against it. So I've already added Polar Window Cleaning as a contact, so it automatically recognizes who it's from. And we're going to need to add a few details in. So the due date, well, there isn't one on there. So if we just pick 7 days for this example, we'd want to put in a description. So we could put in window cleaning there, although actually it's gutter clearing. So perhaps it'd be good if we put the right thing in. Gutter clearing. And for the account, well, it's an expense, and really it's a form of cleaning, isn't it? So we want to choose that account, the 408. And now you notice here it comes up with VAT on expenses at 20%, and it's added it there, but there is no VAT on this actual bill. Polar Window Cleaning isn't VAT registered, so we just need to go to this little drop down box here and put no tax. Now what we should be able to do then is just approve this bill if we're happy with all the details, and if we've missed anything, Xero will let us know what's missing. And so that is how you really simply put bills into Xero, by just forwarding them from an email that you receive. But in the next video, we're going to go one step further and automate the process and forward them automatically from our email address. So here's how we go the next step and now fully automate this process. And I wanted to use my Titan emails as I had done in the first video, but it turns out that you can't actually set up an auto forwarding email unless you can get a verification code from the email address you're sending it to, which isn't possible when you're sending emails to your Xero Bills email address. And I did check with Xero with that, so there's no way forward with Titan. So we've resorted to using Outlook, which is a great program anyway. So we've got the same email that's come in here. And what we need to do is just click on rules. Now, you might not have that automatically in your toolbar, so you might just have to come here to customize toolbar, and then you can drag it up to the top there, and that makes it part of the toolbar. So we've done that, and then we want to click on rules and create a rule. So this is going to be how the emails are processed when they come in from this email account. So we'll actually put here Polar window cleaning. That's who it's coming from me, and then it's coming into this account, also me. And then we're asking what action, or we're being asked what action we need to take. So we can click on this drop down box, and what we want to do is forward to, and if you've saved Xero Bills as a contact in Outlook, that will make it a lot easier. So I can just click on here now, and when I click save, what that's going to mean is that every time an email comes in from polarwindowcleaning@gmail.com, then it's going to automatically forward to Xero, and Xero will create a draft bill without us having to do anything else. So we can test that, and hopefully this will go well, by sending ourselves the same invoice again and seeing what happens when we go back to Xero. Now, obviously that's going to take a few minutes to actually come through the email, come into Xero, for Xero to make the draft bill, but hopefully it shouldn't take too long because we believe in Xero. And so there it is. The invoice has come directly into Xero. And then we can do exactly what we did in the last video, where we want to compare that invoice against what Xero has picked up from the invoice and started to use to create the draft bill with. And then once we've done that, we can approve it. So as you can imagine, this would stack up your bills as they come in via email, so that you could go on there and you could just check through those bills and save so much time in forwarding emails or printing out PDFs and trying to manually input them, which can lead to a lot of errors. So this is a really simple way. It'll only take you 10 minutes to set up, but it'll save you hours of time.